Flosstube. Happy New Year. How's it going for you so far? I think we're doing okay here. Welcome back to Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. My name is Denise, and today is Saturday, January 8th, 2022. And this is Flosstube number 55. If you're new here, and oh my goodness, there are so many of you. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a channel about cross stitch, and sometimes I talk about sewing and crochet. If you like what you see, please do give this video a thumbs up or a like. And if you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. I really appreciate all of that. Let's see. If you are a returning video viewer, hi! Thank you so much for coming back to spend some time with me. Mr. Ribbon is out. I'm home alone. There's no telling what we might get into today, guys. I'll try to stay on track. I feel a little bit scattered because, you know, what happens is I usually try to gather my notes the day before I'm going to do a video. But I knew that this week was going to be like all over the place, hectic, in and out, running back and forth. So like Tuesday was the only day this week that I actually had time to like sit down and gather my notes. So that's what I did. And as we all know, like, so much can happen between Tuesday and Saturday. So, we'll just go from there. And if it's a little bit scattered, sorry. I want to thank everyone who purchased scissor fobs. It makes me really happy to know that you actually enjoy them and like them, and I will continue to make them because I enjoy also making them. So thank you for that. I also want to thank everyone who watched my whip parade, and I hope that you were sufficiently enabled. I watched so many whip parades. It's just a phenomenal thing. I love this thing that we do in this community. It's awesome. And I must say that I was also enabled. I added many charts and things to my wish list. And that includes 2 memorabilias, which I had never seen before. I love memorabilias. I don't really have an urge to stitch them. I love when other people stitch them. I love admiring them. But I actually have been, I don't know, my eyes have been opened now. There are 2 memorabilias that I've never seen before that I absolutely want, that are absolutely now on my wish list, and I absolutely want to stitch them. So that was really interesting. So thank you everybody out there who is doing a whip parade. They're still coming, and I'm still watching. I want to thank everyone who clicked on the link in my description box below and bought me a coffee. I so appreciate you guys. You have no idea. I generally use the proceeds from Buy Me a Coffee to help defray the cost of shipping so that I can continue to do giveaways, because I just love giving stuff away. And I have a lot of stuff that I want to give away. So thank you for that. No one is obligated, obviously, to contribute, but thank you so much for supporting this channel. I appreciate that. We celebrated my granddaughter Maya's 13th birthday. That was a national holiday, guys, in case you didn't know. She turned 13. I can hardly believe that she's 13 already. She is just growing up to be an awesome individual. And I am going to insert a picture of her cake here. It was over the top fabulous. And I want one. I've already put my order in. I've let everybody know. I want that. I want something very similar to that on my birthday. Let's see what else. Okay, we're all boosted. We all got our booster shots. That's one of the reasons, another one of the reasons why this week was so hectic, because the three of us, Mr. Ribbon, myself, and my daughter, Desiree, all had appointments on different days in different locations. So, but we got it done. We got it done. And I am very, very happy to report that none of us had any reaction to the boosters whatsoever. So, yeah, that happened. Now, today, I am wearing, this is called Like Warm Wishes, and it's by China Glaze. It's not an OPI, it's by China Glaze. So, I wanted to share that with you guys, and I really like it. It's kind of wintry looking, so I kind of like that. Now, guys, I finalized my 2022 plans for stitching. And no sooner than I had it all on paper, I changed my mind. If you remember, I was saying that I wanted, fewer new starts this year. And I wanted to actually start things on holidays that I celebrate but don't actually need to go anywhere to do so. And like I said, once I got that all on paper, I looked at it and I said, nope, I don't want to do that. So later on in this video, I will tell you what my revamped, brand new stitching plans are for 2022. So here is the basket for today. These are all the things we're going to talk about today, guys. And let's get right into questions and comments. So, Pickety Stitch, Life is So Creative, said that she's going to start the Coffee with Mickey this month in January. Great. Welcome. I'm so glad you're going to be stitching that along with us. It's a great chart, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Shelly from Oh My Ada, if you remember from the last Flosstube video, shared a tip to get the wrinkles out of vinyl on your vinyl front bags. And all of you were just so appreciative of that tip. And, of course, I am as well. So I want to thank Shelly again of Oh My Ada for that tip. Karen loved the coffee project bag and says that she would use it as a purse. And because of the things that we talk about sometimes on this channel, which more often than I care to admit turns to food, she and I was talking about the bacon wrapped breadsticks that I made for Christmas, which were a hit. Karen says that she is hungry for bacon, thirsty for coffee, and craving DMC. So, yeah, Karen, I know. I'm not sorry. I know. And they had turkey for Christmas dinner, wrapped in bacon. Oh my goodness. The ideas you're putting in my head, I think I need to try that. She said it was yummy. And I have to try that. Turkey wrapped in bacon, because there's like no way it could be dry. I love that. So Christy said that it would be fun to do a Mary Englebright stitch along, and she found the Mary Englebright chart she was looking for on eBay, and it's called Walk Toward the Sunshine. Now, Christy, we are still attempting to start this stitch along, and that is by we, I mean Colette the Highway Stitcher and I. Except lately we've been talking about doing a swap, but I think that we are going to start in February. But I so wish that you guys would stitch Mary Englebright along with us as well. I feel like I'm shaking the camera, so I'm so sorry about that, guys. It would be so great if you guys wanted to stitch Mary Englebright along with us. That would be great. And that Walk Toward the Sunshine chart, I did also go and look for that at one point on eBay. And I don't know what happened. I think I found it, but I didn't purchase it. That's a really good chart. It's Walk Towards the Sunshine by Mary Englebright. Steph says that she loved the breadstick story, and she identifies with the creamer story. So you guys remember I was obsessed, still am, with the vanilla caramel coffee mate creamer, and then suddenly my friends started sending me loads of it. So I've got enough to last for quite some time. And she identifies with that story because she says, and I'm going to tell you the story here, most wines give her migraines. She's lucky if she drinks one glass of wine a month. Unfortunately, she finally found a wine that doesn't give her migraines and that she also enjoys the flavor of. So last year, all of her local markets stopped carrying it. Isn't that the way? Isn't that the way it goes? So she was up north with a friend and decided to see if their stores happened to carry it. They did, but neither of them wanted to be bothered to go back and grab a cart. So they loaded their arms up, got in line, and a woman and her couple of kids were looking at them like they were crazy. They each had at least 8 large bottles of wine. So they had to explain the situation to the laughter of everyone in the line, who said they have all done it with assorted products that they have loved and found hard to find. So yeah, guys, it's such a thing. It's such a thing. You fall in love with something, you can't find it, and so when you find it, the best thing to do is to just get as much of it as you possibly can. Mary, okay. I was talking about how because of all of the beautiful stitching that I've been watching throughout the holidays, I think that I'm really have the urge to stitch deer, several different deer charts. And of course the one, I think it's Dasher or Dancer by Barbara Anna is one that I absolutely wanted to get my hands on. I'm obsessed. So Mary thought that it was a good idea to let me know that Keepsakes is having a stitch along for the Barbara Anna deer. And they still have the magazine and some cool speckled fabric that looks fantastic. Told me I should go see their Instagram. Mary has sent an email to them about ordering because she's totally into the chart. And, yeah, thanks, Mary. I needed all that information, you know. So I, kind of, went back and forth thinking about this ever since you, commented. Because I absolutely want to stitch that, and I will show you later what the result of that was. I also was concerned about a project that I was stitching on called Sharing Work, and I was concerned because the lips of the African American children were charted in white, and I found that to be problematic. So Mary suggested that instead of frogging them, consider overstitching the white with one strand of an antique rose type color. And because it may look more appropriate, but still retain a bit of the contrast the designer was probably going for. So Mary, what I wound up doing was because I don't follow directions well, I went ahead and frogged the white, and I replaced it with an antique rose DMC. And I must say that I do like it better. And I don't have it here to show you, which is kind of silly, but you will see it again the next time that I pick it up. Now, as far as the comments on the Whip Parade are concerned, Mary at Daydream Stitcher says that she is also craving finishes and is letting me know we can do this. We can do this. I need to have some finishes. I think I would be okay, with, like a couple of small finishes, but like one big finish would just really make me happy. Nithya of Daybreak Stitchery wants to know if I'm going to do the hashtag New Month, New Start in 2022. And I am not going to do the New Month, New Start 2022 because I feel the need to reduce the amount of new starts so that I can actually put some time in on my whips. Stitch with Mel very graciously said that if I need marching orders, give her a shout and we'll get through this together. And I just want you to know, Mel, I'm going to hold you to that. And if you see me getting out of line and starting all the things, you could definitely call me out on that. Brenda finally got the pattern crossword and is picking her own color scheme to do it in, and wants to thank me for making cross stitch come alive for her again. Brenda, that's music to my ears. I'm so happy that you are enjoying cross stitch. I'm so happy about that. Sabrina said that it's wonderful being an enabler, and as soon as she saw the long dog crossword, she had to buy it immediately. Very good, Sabrina. I still find it to be like such an enjoyable stitch. You are going to love it, and I would love to see both of you. I would love to see your progress and the colors that you choose for that. Farmer Geek wanted to know, when I say that I stitch on some stitch-alongs, I tend to stitch, I try to put in one thread a day, at least, because it's very rare that a stitch-along is my focus project, but I do want to continue to touch it throughout the stitch-along. So Farmer Geek wanted to know if I considered one thread a day, all 6 strands of DMC, or just the 1 or 2 strands. I thought that was an excellent question. I actually just used the 1 or 2 strands. That's it. That's all I put in. And then I move on to whatever my focus project is that day. Excellent question. And then my friend Anna at Stitch Roadie said that I am a stitch warrior to be stitching on Black Ada. And let me just tell you guys, and you, Anna, stitching on Black Ada is absolutely my favorite. I want to get a hold of some Black Lugana at some point and stitch on that. I just love the contrast of the colors on black. So it's my favorite. It's my favorite. And we're going to talk a little bit more about fabric a little bit later on in the video. So thank you everyone for your comments and questions. I really love it. It really kind of keeps me going. It keeps things moving around here, and I absolutely appreciate all of you for that. Now, I'm going to start off by showing you guys my Ort jar. I did it. I put together an Ort jar, which was just an empty Christmas ornament that you can get at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or whatever. And I put all my Orts in it. But I have to say that I do believe that these Orts are from 2020 and 2021. I kind of love it. I am going to label it 2020 and 2021 and then put it away with the rest of the decorations so that it can hang on my tree next year. But until that happens, it's going to be sitting back there. You guys see I got a new shelf. It's going to be sitting back there until I decide that I have time to actually cut some numbers out to adhere to this. So it's my Ort jar. I'm really happy that I decided to go ahead and do it. I think it's so cute. It's so cute. I'm so into it. And I think I'm going to do it every year. So that's my Ort jar, guys. I'm going to drop that back in the basket so it doesn't roll around all over the place. And now I'm going to talk about my starts. Although I am reducing the number of starts that I have this year, I had 2 starts on New Year's Day because I had to. The first one is in this beautiful bag that was made for me by Shelly at Shelly Proverbs 3122. Thank you so much, Shelly. And I thought it was the perfect bag to hold Sending Love, which is a free chart by That's So Kelly. I'm going to fold it so that you don't see the chart. And this is what it looks like. And I'm going to see if I can. I think that looks fine. That looks fine. So it's Sending Love, and it's a freebie. And I love it. And I just got a small start on it. But I'm okay with this start. I've got to make sure that I'm holding it the right way up. It's kind of hard to tell at this point. And here's my start. This is so cute. I'm going to keep stitching on this for a few more days. And I hope to be able to go ahead and finish it. And I want to share with you some of the flosses. Not sure if this is all of them. No, there's still, this is just some of the flosses, okay? And here they are. And these are DMC, the called for colors. And I really wanted to show you guys this because, guys, look, I have floss on, floss drops on a floss ring because I have been trying to figure out how I was going to manage the storage and the, what is the word? What is the word? Organization. How I was going to be able to organize this if I started using my floss like this. And on Facebook, someone asked the very same question, like, what do you do with the floss? And I feel like I've been asking this question forever. Like, what do you do with the floss once you're done with your project? Like, because, you know, people who are so used to bobbinating things, we just put them back on the bobbins and put them away. And so, for some reason, it clicked this time when the person said, well, when you're done with the project, you just take the tag off of the ring and put it in the same bag with the rest of the floss. So, for example, this is number 817, and I have a bag that all of my 800 floss is in. So I simply put it back. Does this sound crazy to you guys that I couldn't, I just couldn't process that until this post on Facebook. And so now I am all in. I am all in with the floss tags. I'm all in. I'm all in. So I wanted to share that with you guys because, hey, that's a new thing for the year, right? I'm going to start using those. And I just want to try to put this away without destroying anything. All right, so that's Sending Love by That's So Kelly. And the other news start that I had was Vintage Housewife by, oh, I tell you, don't let anything fall, okay? Vintage Housewife by Lori Holt of Be of My Bonnet. You know, I don't want to talk to you. Yep. And here it is. And guys, this is gonna be a year-long stitch-along with Backwater Shop. And I love the idea that it's gonna be a year-long stitch-along because, hey, maybe I'll actually finish it, right? And I think I'm going to approach this stitch-along a little differently, rather than trying to just put one strand of floss in. But I think it's gonna be easy and it's gonna work out because it's divided into sections. So for January, it's this block with the iron. And so I do want to point out before I show you what I've done that the border is at the end. The border's at the end of the stitch along, okay? And so here's where I am so far. Just a second. I want to make it pretty. Get it pretty for you. And move the needle minder out of the way, which is a beautiful needle minder that is available at the Backwater Shop to go along with this chart. And so what I wanted to point out to you guys was, okay, so here's the block that is for January. And here's the border. And if you've been with me for some time, you know there was no way I was going to count all the way down to this block. That was not going to happen. So I actually allowed myself to stitch some of the border until I got to a place where I can simply count over a little bit in order to start the block. So I'm ready to go. I don't even have to stitch any more of the border right now if I don't want to, but I needed a way to get there. And so let me show you. These are, again, just some of the flosses, and they're on this beautiful floss caper that you can also get available at the Fat Quarter shop to go along with this cute chart. And so there's, these are the flosses that I've kind of used so far. All DMC, I'm using all the colorful DMC. And guys, I'm loving it. I'm having the time of my life, let me tell you. And that's really kind of what this is about for me. You know, having the time of my life. And it's all in this denim project bag, also by Fat Quarter Shop. And everything just goes together so nicely. And it's very, very pretty. And I like this. And it's fun to stitch. So those are my 2 new starts for the new year. And there may not be a start for a while. And I'm excited about the thought of that. Now, my whips, what I've been working on is I did do some more on, this is so wrinkly, I'm sorry, on Crossword by Long Dog Samplers. And that's what it's going to look like when it's done. And I folded it up so nicely. And this is how far I have gotten. And right over here, I had filled in all of this lacy part here, and I was off. I think I repeated a row, and so I was off. So I had to take that out. And, but I've got a whole word. I've almost got another whole word. And so I really feel like I'm making progress on this. And I, as you know, I love stitching on it. And I will be still stitching on this for at least another day. At least another day before I put it away. So that is Crossword by Long Dog Samplers. And then I'm going to share with you now some Stitchy Kindness and Happy Mail that I have received. Oops. Oh, wait. I didn't show you my other lip. Let me do that first. Okay. It's like a balancing act all the time. Yesterday was January 7th, and I have my daughter's project that I work on the 7th of every month. Her birthday's actually next month, and I will not be finished this, although I will admit, if I were to be if I were to decide to just stitch on this monogamously, I do think I could get it done by her birthday. But I have thought about that, and I have decided I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to continue to stitch on it on the 7th of every month until it's done. And this is what it's going to look like when it's done, except that we made a lot of color substitutions, color conversion, and it's been converted to my daughter's favorite colors, which she chose. And here is where it is. Now, I must say I did not get as much done yesterday as I would have liked to do. I think I just finished up these scissors. This big pen is still not done. And I started this little notepad here. But that's okay. It's coming out again. It'll come out again next month. And I'll see how far it can go. And this is being stitched on 14 count gray gingham 8-up. So I was glad I got something done on that. And as I said, it'll be back out again the 7th of next month, although that is her birthday. So it's gonna kind of depend on what day we actually decide to celebrate her birthday. But I'm pretty confident that we'll get some done. And just because I'm so excited about the whole floss drop thing, I just wanted to show you my little. These are Gentle Arts threads. This is Gold Leaf. And this is Soot. So those are just two of the colors that are being used. Like, I'm not pulling anything off of a bobbin. That's not going to happen, guys. So this is only when I'm using like a fresh skein of DMC floss. And I think that it's all going to even out in the end. And I'm just like so excited about the fact that I'm transitioning over to that. I feel like one of the big girls now. Let's see. Okay. So, on to Happy Mail, as promised. I got a beautiful Christmas card since the last time I saw you guys from my good friend Angela. Thank you so much, Angela. I was surprised to get a card, and I really do appreciate it. And again, guys, I need you to understand that I save all of your cards. I save them all. I have a project in mind to do with them, but we don't know when that's going to happen. And then I also received a card from Allison Norris, a beautiful Christmas card. Thank you, Allison. Thank you so much for that. But guess what? Allison sent me some Color Street nails, guys. This is so perfect. I should have had it on today. Kind of goes with what I'm wearing. But I can't wait to use these. I saved them so that I could show it to you guys first. They are so festive and beautiful. I just love it. Thank you so much, Allison. I really appreciate that. And then I got a package from Fat Quarter Shop, which contains a whole set of goodies for you guys. This is for you guys to stitch vintage Housewife along with us. And so it comes with the chart. The fabric is 25 count Lugana, Cloud Lugana, which is what I'm stitching mine on, which I'm pretty sure I didn't say. You get the entire floss pack. And inside this floss pack is the floss keeper. Okay. And the enamel needle minder. Right? This is for you guys. And unfortunately, I'm not going to give this away this week, but I'm pretty sure it's going to find its way into the giveaway for the next video. So there's that. And I just wanted to point out to you guys that I've been using a lot more thread conditioner, especially since I've moved. I'm trying to transition. My glasses always look crooked. Since I'm trying to transition over to using thread drops. So when you pull the strand of floss out, you know, it's all wibbly and wobbly. And so I use the thread conditioner to straighten that out. And I'm using Mind Your Own Beeswax, which I think I have shared with you guys in the past. And you can get this at the Fat Quarter Shop as well. Let's see, can you see that? Yes, you can. Okay. I've also been using it a lot for stitching with one strand of floss because sometimes when I stitch with one strand of floss, it has a tendency to sort of disintegrate mid-stitching. And the thread conditioner is helping to keep the floss stronger longer. So I just wanted to let you guys know I've been using this a lot. So you might want to consider getting some, especially if you're having any of those issues. Just to take a minute to talk about fabrics and such. I think that 2021, well, probably both years, 2020 and 2021, have really helped me to see what fabrics are my favorite. I've already mentioned I absolutely love stitching on black Aida and want to try some black Lugana. My favorite count of Aida is 16 count Aida because I love the coverage of 2 strands on the 16 count. I do have a project that I'm working on, my Roly Poly Santas, that actually calls for 3 strands of floss on 14 count Aida, and I love it. And I'm absolutely considering in the future, from working on a 14 count Aida, I'm going to use 3 strands because I love the coverage of that. 16 count Aida with 2 strands, I love the coverage of that. But I have a couple of projects going that I'm using 32 count Lugana. And for me, at this point, I'm not feeling like the coverage is the same. So I'm just trying to get to a point where I know for sure this is my count in this type of fabric, and this is how many strands I'm going to use on it. I feel like I've been experimenting, and now I'm ready to just know. I just want to know what it is I'm going to get each and every time. So I also wanted to share with you guys that along this journey, especially, I guess, lately, like I don't have a problem at all. I have no guilt at all about the number of whips that I have. I have no guilt about how many charts I have. And I have a lot of charts. You want to see? I'm going to show you where I keep them. Oh, I keep them all in this binder. And I have to tell you guys, though, some of this is quilting patterns, but the majority of it is cross-stitch charts. And I do believe that I am going to, that's kind of heavy, that I'm going to be moving my charts out of that binder because there's no room. I'm going to be moving them out of the binder and putting them in a different basket so that I can have more room. And so that brings me to the fact that I had an epiphany because I was feeling guilty. I think I just said I wasn't, but I was feeling guilty about purchasing more charts and just basically collecting charts. I kind of was feeling like it's a waste because, let's face it, you're not 30 years old anymore. And, what's gonna happen with all of this stuff when you're gone? And don't be wasteful, because I'm really generally not a wasteful person at all. I don't like waste of any kind if I can avoid it. And so I was struggling with that. And then I had an epiphany that basically was, well, if you don't have the chart, you can't stitch the chart. So, in reality, it doesn't matter. It brings me joy. The collecting of the charts is part of what is bringing me joy. So, you know what, girl? Go ahead and collect them charts. So, I finally got rid of that little baggage, and I don't have a problem with that anymore. So, I wanted to let you in on that, the fact that I was actually even struggling with that. Okay. So, I got some haul. It's not a lot. It's just one thing. Even if it was a lot, I wasn't going to feel guilty. But, so I was talking about the chart, the Barbara Anna chart. It's called Dancer. And, I really went back and forth about this chart. Like, if I wanted, I've never bought punch needle and primitive stitcher before in my life. And did I want to go down that route? Did I want to start that? This was all part of this, thing I was going through before I had the epiphany. And then my friend Anna at Stitch Roadies pulled hers out. And I said, okay. Thank you, Anna. I have to have it. So I went ahead and I ordered punch needle and primitive stitcher, the winter issue, 2021 Christmas winter issue, which, I don't know if I have to tell you, but there are so many great charts, both cross stitch and punch needle, in this book. And of course I got it because of Dancer, because I need to stitch Dancer. I need to stitch Dancer, and I hope you could see it. I love this chart. And I absolutely have to stitch it. And this was the only way I was going to get it. So, caution to the wind. Now, I did not call keepsakes, which I was so very tempted to do. I did not call keepsakes to get the whole kit and caboodle because I just need the chart. And I don't need to feel pressured that I need to start it now because it's all kitted. Now, I know a lot of people like to kit everything, and then when they get to it, they get to it. But I'm not comfortable with that as yet. So I have the chart. I am uber excited about the fact that I have this chart. I'm excited. I can't wait till it comes up in rotation for me to stitch on. Let's see. What else do we have going on, guys? I got a lot. I feel like I always have a lot. Okay. So, it's just like all these pages, and now I don't know where I am. Okay. Last time I did a video, a regular Flosstube video, I did a giveaway, and the giveaway is for the DMC color card, which I have as an extra because when it came, I was a little annoyed about this damage here. And And I was sent another one and told that I could just keep this one. And so I'm giving it away to one of you guys. And I chose the winner. And the winner of this DMC color card is Lynn M. Lynn M, congratulations. Please get in touch with me by email at designmorris1@gmail.com so you can give me your mailing address and I will get this in the mail to you. Congratulations. And thank you everyone who participated. I really appreciate that. Now, this week's giveaway is going to be for 3 separate things. So we're going to have 3 winners. And they're all courtesy of Fat Quarter Shop. And the first one is, because, you know, according to me, kind of when Christmas and New Year's is over, we got to start thinking about summer. I know there's stuff in between. I acknowledge all the stuff in between. But if you don't get ready for summer, you're not going to be ready. So the first thing I'm giving away is this Hello Summer cross stitch pattern. And this is, this was a featured in the Stitch Quarterly Club that you could sign up for with the Fat Quarter Shop. It's so cute. And if you are interested in winning this chart, please just use the word summer anywhere in your comment. The next one is for those of you who also enjoy quilting. And this is the Flea Market Quilt by Lori Holt of Be In My Bonnet. And I just love when the quilt patterns come in a whole book like this. It's just so convenient, and you kind of know that it's like all the information you could possibly need. So if you're interested in receiving this, then please use the word market anywhere in your comment. And the third thing that I'm going to give away today is the So Happy cross stitch chart by Lori Holt of Be In My Bonnet. And I'm sure that you may have seen a lot of people stitching this. You may have seen a lot of people that also made the quilt that goes along with this. So I am going to give you the cross stitch chart. And if you're interested in winning this, please use the word happy anywhere in your comment. So don't forget, guys, in order to be considered for the giveaway, please be over the age of 18 so that you can legally give me your mailing address. Please like this video. Please do be a subscriber. And what else? I don't know. That's it. Good luck, right? Now I want to share with you guys my 2022 stitching plans, which, as I've already indicated, I have totally revamped from what I originally wanted to do. And I'm hoping that I actually have everything down here that it is I wanted to do. Before I say that, I want to say that when I did my whip parade, I briefly talked about being okay with the things that I did finish. And I totally forgot that. What a big accomplishment. I actually published a crochet pattern for the very first time in 2021. I am so proud of myself for that. And I think that when we do things that we're proud of, we need to be okay with saying that we are really proud of ourselves for making that accomplishment. So I wanted to just put that out there. Now, also in 2021, one of my goals was to knit a pair of socks. Well, in order to do that, one needs to learn to knit first. So I went out and I bought all the things, and I watched a few of the videos, and I never got back to it. So that goal is still going to be ongoing for this year, for 2022, because I absolutely love when I see people knitting socks. I just love it. I just absolutely love it. So that is still on my radar as something I want to accomplish in 2022. So as I said, I was going to originally have a new start for certain holidays, and that just kind of bored me to death. And I decided I'm not going to do that, but I really enjoy using the Tiny Decisions wheel. I love using the wheel. I love when it comes up that it's time for me to spin the wheel. I love it. I'm such a game kind of person, so everything is kind of like a game. If I can make a game out of it, I'm in. So I love it when it's time to spin the wheel. And so I currently use the wheel. All of my whips are, and some other things that I want to accomplish. Whips and some other things are on my Tiny Decisions wheel, so that I never really have to think about, oh boy, what do I work on now? And I'm able to do this because I love everything that's on the wheel. So it doesn't matter to me what comes up. Whatever comes up, I'm ready. I'm ready to do that. I also have a wheel that I use to tell me how many days to work on each project. And so far, that's been working out for me very well. I have the numbers from 2 through 7 because I've discovered that working on a project for one day doesn't give me joy. It's got to be at least 2 days. And I took it all the way to 7 because somewhere around the 5-6 day range, I do start to get a little tired of the project. So I stretched it out to 7 because, let's give it a week of love. And that is working out for me really, really well. I love it. So what I'm going to now do is in order for me to have a new start, I have to work on a certain number of whips. So why should I try to figure out how many whips? I'm going to spin the wheel to figure out how many whips I need to work on before I can have a new start. I love it. It could be anywhere from 2 through 7. I absolutely love it. It's going to help me get some work in on my whips. And I'm still going to be able to have new starts, but it's just not going to be, start all the things every time you find something to start. I love it. I think this is really going to work. There are exceptions. I have a couple of full coverage pieces. I think it's 3. 2 are huge. 1 is not so huge. But I'm still considering it full coverage. When I spin a full coverage piece, I am going to buckle down and work on that for the rest of the month. Now, what does rest of the month mean? If I spin it on the 2nd, I have the rest of the month until the end of the month to work on it. But if I spin it on the 28th, I'm still only going to work on it for the rest of the month. How about that? I love it. I love it so much. I am loving this so much. And there's also on my whip wheel and other projects that I want to work on, there is a new start. So that could come up at any time. So I am really, really loving this, guys. And I'm going to be more mindful about the stitch alongs that I join because I have, as you saw when you saw the whip parade, I have so many stitch alongs that I've started and only put a few stitches in and never went back to. And I'm kind of not okay with that. I want to finish them. That's why I joined the stitch along in the first place. So I think that is it for that part of it. But I also talked about how I am just really finding out certain designers whose projects, charts, their work, I'm just in love with their work. I'm just enamored by their work. And this also came into the little epiphany that I had, because what I want to do is I want to start purchasing charts from these designers in chunks. And I'm just going to name a few. This is by no means a full listing of designers, but I already have my list put together for a Cricut collection. I need to get quite a few of those. Modern Folk Embroidery. I do not own one chart from Modern Folk Embroidery because I already know that I want several. Park Hopper Bart. I need several of those charts. Barbara Anna. I think I have 2, now 3, but I need more Barbara Anna in my life. So I was, like I said, I was struggling with that. I was struggling with, well, you have all these charts and now you're going to buy like 5 from each designer. Well, you know what? Yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy multiple charts from the designers that I'm in love with. I also kind of steered away from collections a little bit. But I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm okay. I'm okay with it all. So those are my plans for 2022. You know, I'm going to keep you posted on how it's working out for me. If I have to change anything, I will. But right now, I am thrilled with what I have come up with. So that's going to really bring me to the end of this video. Don't forget to join the Facebook group at Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. We like to just share what we're up to, give updates and progress, and we have some fun over there. Please follow me on Instagram at Black Ribbon Stitch Studio, where again, I also like to give you behind the scenes looks at, you know, pretty much life around here in the Ribbon household. Please go ahead and hit the like button, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell if you have not yet already, so that you could be notified each and every time I upload a video. And I'm going to leave you with words of inspiration as I do each time. So just imagine if you invested the same energy that you use to doubt yourself to actually believe in who you are and all that you can do. Imagine if you thought of best case scenarios. You can start doing it right now. Thank you, guys. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. And as always, take care, be safe, and remember love.